Thank you, everybody. Playbook. It's your host, Trey Griffith. Then your host,
Andrew, the editor, Ambrose.
Let's go. We're back at it. This is episode
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Instead of 8 M's in our bank account, we got 9 M's. We out here with like 22 Savage. Last month of 2022, it's been epic with y'all, man. We started like April, it's like the 8th month. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I can't even count right. Don Laybal's going to get on to me for that math. It's December 10th. We're gonna hit y'all with some sports topics. Our first topic, we got high school basketball. Andrew, you want to tell us about high school basketball? You've been in the fan section. You can tell us from your point of view. I've been on the bench. I'll tell you, y'all, from my point of view. We are 6-4.
We're not doing too bad right now. We started off the season pretty good. We won against Austin. We almost beat Buckhorn. We ultimately lost, but they also have the top 5 recruit of the 2026 class. Our 3-pointer is pretty good. We're inconsistent about that. You got Cole Key splashing threes like crazy.
Dang right.
He's really good. Kai Key's last season and Ryan Dunn's last season. They're both showing leadership this year.
But varsity team tried to turn our focus. Back-to-back home losses. One of our goals was to go undefeated at home. Lost to Austin. The Austin game, we just didn't play. If we would play like the fourth quarter, the whole game, we would have beat them by 20. In the fourth quarter, they scored 40 points. That was tied 10th most in state history. The record for the state of Alabama points in the quarter is 49. I don't know what team set that record, but I do know we're tied for 10th. Hartsville basketball is with 40 points. Second quarter, we only had 5 points. I mean, that's the difference in our game. The second quarter, we had 5 points. Fourth quarter, 40 points. We lost by 6, I think it was, but we had like 13 points in like a minute, like looking like Tracy McGrady out here. Mountain game, we were dominating the whole game and still somehow lost. They had Todd Davis. Y'all probably heard of him. He's got offers from like Ole Miss, Lipscomb, Auburn, and Bama are looking into him. He's really smart. Harvard, Richmond, and Yale and Princeton are all looking at him too. He's really smart, really good player, 3-ball shooter. Ryan Dunn kept him to 2 points in the first half, he kept him to 0 points. He had 2 free throws. Then he ended up scoring. He ended up knocking down some shots in the fourth quarter. That's what got him going. And he ended up having like 15 that game. That was last night for us filming right now. And that was probably them 2 possessions is what turned the game around for Mountain Brook, which they've won 7 of the last 14 state championships in 6A basketball. So to have them come into our home turf and dominate the whole time, that was, I guess, the only bright side of things, I guess. But I hate losing personally, so I was just mad. I filmed that game, so I was also mad about that, dude. I hate filming it. Filming games are worse. But that's why we rotate. We rotate on that job because nobody wants to do it. But yeah, I lost them 2 games. Had a close one against Springville the other night, won by 1 point. Y'all can check our interviews out. We interviewed Ryan Dunn that game. Then Marshall Schultz the day after, like I said, Kaiki reached 1,000 career points. Congrats to him. But yeah, we did play at Vestavia weeks ago. Kaya had 32 points, and we beat him by 20. That was one of our best games this year. We beat Mortimer Jordan by like 50-something. But yeah, that's how Hearts of Hoops is going. Next Tuesday, we play at Huntsville. And then next Friday, we play home at East Limestone. Last home game before the Christmas break. Then after that, did you see what they're doing after the game, Andrew?
Nah.
We're watching the Elf movie. All students are watching the Elf movie after the game because we should win that game. It's East Limestone. All students are watching the Elf after the game. Hot chocolate, cookies, stuff like that. It's all going to be passed out for free, given to you by Hartzell Hoops. All students are just going to be relaxing. You can pull up in your elf gear or your Christmas pajamas. We got the Bucky's drip on. Turn me up. But yeah, that's high school Hartzell basketball. What's our next topic, Andrew?
College basketball. Let's start off with the biggest game today, in my opinion. Houston versus Bama.
Mm-hmm.
We scored 44 points in the second half. They were on like a 12-3 run in the second half as well to start it off.
Who, Bama or Houston?
Houston. We were down by 15 points. This was one of the biggest comebacks against a number one ranked team in history. It was like top 5 or something like that. And our whole team is freshmen, basically. Even our bench has seniors on it.
Brandon Miller barely scored, too. I saw that.
He did have some clutch free throws, though. It was I don't know who was the best player tonight. It was Noah Clowney. He had 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 16 points, and he went 7 for 12 on field goals. We're making it far in March Madness. We've taken down 2 number 1 ranked opponents. I know North Carolina really shouldn't have been number 1.
I think y'all can, but you can't say that about any team, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. You can't say that about any team. You can't even say that about Houston, who is the number 1 team, but it'll probably be like Virginia or Texas next week. Can't even say it about them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's going to happen.
I will say Bama is a top 5 team right now. I still think they're going to lose a couple of games this season.
Yeah, obviously you got Auburn, Kentucky, and Bama in your conference. You got to play Auburn twice. Y'all play Tennessee twice also.
I have no clue.
But you got
Arkansas.
And Arkansas. Y'all got to play Arkansas twice probably. And you got to go into the jungle, which I'm not being biased, but Auburn jungle is one of the hardest places to play at.
Speaking of Auburn, this was their first challenge of the year against Memphis. I kind of knew they were going to lose this game coming into it.
I wouldn't say first challenge because we played in the Cancun Challenge. I mean, that's a college basketball tournament. Every team besides Bradley is going to be good. Liberty, Northwestern, Auburn. All teams are good. We ended up playing Northwestern. That was a challenge. That game was the challenge. But, yeah, we lost to Memphis.
I still think Auburn's going to pull it through this year. I'm not even going to lie. I think they're going to be like Kentucky and just change it up in the second half. And Kentucky, the Oscar guy had 28 points last time I saw. Yeah.
The thing about Auburn is we only lost 3 players. Jabari Walker Kessler to the draft, and then Devin Cambridge went to Arizona State with his brother. But we also gained a few players like Chance Westry. We got I don't even know how to say half the people they got, but Johnny Broom. Then we got this other dude. I can't even say his name. But and Trey Donaldson, we got him too. But we got some pretty good players this year. I think we can be like a top 5 team in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3,
I do believe
honestly.
that.
I think we'd be top 3. The SEC. Can I say something? The SEC is really just Bama, Arkansas, Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, and then like Florida.
Mm-hmm. And then Kentucky, they got challenged by Yale.
What was the score of that game?
It was 59-69.
I mean, that's a 10-point game.
But like they're a 16 ranked team, and they were up by 4 points at one time though. So,
what's happening? Arkansas beat Oklahoma, rivalry game. Kansas, Missouri, rivalry game. Cincinnati, Xavier, crosstown rivalry game. Both teams in Cincinnati. Then Georgetown, Syracuse. Saw that game earlier today. We had some pretty good college basketball this Saturday evening. But what else has been happening in college basketball? I mean, North Carolina lost 4 straight and bounced back today against Georgia Tech. Next we got NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Zion Suns? Did you see the Pelicans Suns game?
I did.
What's your take on that?
I think some people are kind of overreacting, saying that this is a new rivalry because he dunked. I mean, I do see how that could be possible, but like, nah. I think the Pelicans are going to make it far this year. They're first in the West right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Zion's great. Brandon Ingram's great. And then you've got what's his name?
Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, Jose Alvarado. He's good.
The thing
Got a
is,
bunch of young core.
Zion said this too in the post game interview. I'm pretty sure he did it because the Suns they knocked Pelicans out. He had to get it back in blood. He had to go Pushisti on him. And honestly, I like it. I like the competitiveness. I like the eager to kill. I like the eager to kill. I like the urge.
What?
I like it. I love it. I love it. I don't like it. I love it. Okay. Zion Williamson is one of my favorite players. I also have a jersey of his. Went to a Pelicans game. I like it. I do understand why the Suns. I mean, everybody's taking that personally. Come on, now. But
they were letting that slide.
It's also the two top teams in the West. So I like the competitiveness, but I also agree with the Suns not backing down and taking that personally.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics are having an amazing set.
Oh my goodness, Celtics. They're my
finals.
Best team.
They're the best team right now.
Mm-hmm. And the East is just stacked right now. The West is. You know how the West used to be the powerhouse of the NBA?
Yeah.
It's slowly changed throughout the years, and now it's the East.
I don't think it's the East yet. I think it's getting there though. I mean, come on, you got LeBron and Curry in the West.
Lakers are what, the 10 seed?
Hey, we've been doing pretty good though. We've bounced back from the start of the season.
Oh, y'all have yes.
We lost last night against the Sixers.
Oh yeah, in overtime.
But Russell Westbrook had the first triple-double off the bench since like 1969.
Oh, dang.
Magic Johnson.
He had 12, 11, 10.
He did. I just saw that he got a triple-double. Anthony Davis has had performances of his lifetime. He's been averaging like 40 in the past 10 games.
He's playing like he's gonna die tomorrow or something. MVP. He's a dark horse in the MVP right now.
He is. Like, they need to put respect on his name. I get because like he hasn't been playing half the season.
Yeah.
But Lakers lost by 1 last night. Put up 44 against Giannis. Next game he put up 55.
Oh yeah. He was the first Laker to ever score 40 points back to back since Kobe, like 2003 or something like that.
I saw that. And then he just had 1 point the next game.
Oh, but he got COVID or something like that.
Yeah, he did. It was a non-COVID illness, but he has been popping off like past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
MVP race is like it's Luka and JT.
Yeah, that's kind of it right now.
Yeah,
I think Tatum will win it eventually, just because Luka, he got injured tonight, his quad. I think Tatum's not going to get injured. I think he's going to have that longevity this season and to win it. Luka will miss some vital games, but he'll have better stats.
All right, now you got MLB.
This free agency, crazy. Aaron Judge to the Yankees, $360 million for like 9 years. Trey Turner to the Phillies. I didn't see that coming.
I thought it was 14 years.
I have no clue. Maybe, I don't know.
Trey Turner to the Phillies. Phillies are going to be amazing again.
Mm-hmm. And then the Padres, Xander Bogaerts?
Yeah, he went to them.
For 11 years, $280 million, something like that.
But they're not – Aaron Judge didn't go to the Padres. I saw because Juan Soto can opt out in 2 years. And then Machado's a free agent next year or something, or can opt out next year. Mm-hmm. And then for Tatis is kind of like a baby. And so all they're going to have in a few years is Tatis, probably. And that's why Judge didn't go to the stack team. And then the biggest signing of it all was probably – you literally called me about this one?
That's not the biggest, but the biggest ace signing this season, Jacob deGrom to the Rangers.
Oh, well, wow. Aaron Judge was definitely the ace.
Jacob deGrom going to the Rangers? Why? But the Mets sure signed a heck of an ace back after that. Boom.
I mean, he's getting old, though.
Yeah, he is, but he's still got so much in the tank, man.
Has anything else happened in MLB free agency that you know of?
Just a bunch of pitchers leaving their teams.
Oh,
Cody Bellinger went to the Cubs on a 1-year deal.
Hey, hasn't he pitched there before?
What?
What?
Huh?
Bro, I'm thinking of Clayton Kershaw. Why not Cody Bellinger? That's the dude who's always like looking hot or some crap like
Yeah,
that.
he's the AL MVP a few years ago, and not AL, NL
Bro,
MVP.
I got a runny nose, bro.
We can take a little break. I'm
about to take a blow of this. All right, and next we got college football.
Yes, sir.
Football. Did you see the FCS quarterfinals earlier today?
Oh no, I did not.
South Dakota State beat Holy Cross 42-21. I was just watching it. I'll look up. We have a lot of big things happening. What do you want to start off with?
Reactions to the CFP college football playoff.
Okay, so we got TCU didn't move. They should have gone to 3, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, not really because Ohio State's 4, but I would like to see Ohio State Michigan playoff game, to be honest.
I know, but I feel like Ohio State, they are the only team that can beat Georgia, in my opinion. Michigan, they lost Blake Corum. They're kind of weak right now. They only stayed in it because they played Purdue in the Big Ten championship. And they beat Ohio State because it's such a good rivalry. TCU, I'm not even going to lie. Bama's better than TCU.
Yeah, but Bama doesn't.
But they didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve it. But
I understand it's like the 4 best teams, but you also gotta deserve it. You know, you gotta earn the right also.
Yeah. But I mean, then again, they lost to a field goal and at 1 point. So.
Yeah, but then again, like.
But honestly, I wouldn't even want to see them get beat down by Georgia, if I'm being honest. So, probably worked out for them better.
Georgia's going to win the national championship.
Yeah. Georgia, Michigan.
I'm going to see Georgia TCU, to be honest.
But,
yeah, that's college football playoffs. Bama plays Kansas State. Tennessee plays – who's Tennessee play? They play Utah.
Oh, they play Clemson.
Clemson, not bad. And
they play in the Orange Bowl.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that. I like
that.
Yeah. Deion Sanders going to Colorado.
This is the weirdest move I've ever seen. He went from the best HBCU team.
He went to the best. Oh, no, never mind. They're not the best FCS school. My bad.
But to like one of the worst FBS schools right now.
I don't understand why Jackson State wasn't in the FCS playoffs because, or were they? Or they
I have no clue.
Because they went undefeated. But yeah, went to the best HBCU to the worst division FBS
team. They're just terrible.
They were one of the worst. They went 1-11, but they're gonna be good next year.
Yeah, they'll be better just because of the transfers they're gonna get.
Yeah, and the coach. You see, they hired Mike Zimmer as their defense coordinator.
For real?
Vikings old head coach. Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy.
And his son's gonna be. I didn't like how he said his son was gonna be the starting quarterback. That's definition of daddy ball right there.
Yep.
That is big. I'm not a fan of that either.
No.
Then what else? We got. He told his players to told Colorado to enter the transfer portal basically.
I'll put a clip there.
I think he's gonna be here for I think he's gonna be at Colorado for 2 years.
Oh yeah, he's leaving.
Leave.
Yeah, he's gonna.
I think he's a good coach, but I just don't think he's one.
He's not proven yet. He hasn't proved anything.
Yeah, we got Heisman. Caleb Williams won that. It's a quarterback award.
Yeah,
it's obviously a quarterback award, but they need to at least put the top 4 quarterbacks, like Stetson Bennett and TCU's quarterback. Like it should have been C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker.
Yeah. How did Hendon Hooker not make the finals?
I get he tore his ACL, but he still had an incredible season.
Yeah.
And Stetson Bennett's 30 years old.
And Stetson Bennett only threw for 20 touchdowns. C.J. Stroud threw for 37. That is Caleb Williams even threw for 37.
I do think people think C.J. Stroud should have won, but I think Caleb Williams should have won.
Yeah. Right. C.J. Stroud has one of the best wide receiver cores I've ever seen in college football.
True. That is true. Ohio State, There's a lot of good run receivers all the time. But Bryce Young should have been there, and I mean that's if like it's a quarterback award, so you gotta put the best quarterbacks in. But honestly, I would think Bryce Young or Hendon Hooker should have been there. I think it should have been Blake Corum should have been in there.
Yes.
You know.
Mm-hmm. And B. John Johnson, you know him from.
Yeah. I thought it was Robinson. It's Robinson.
It's my bad. My bad.
Bijan Robinson or like Will Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Or what was it? I forgot what the top 10 was, but I remember that dude from North Carolina was number 10. Hendon Hooker and Bryce Young were 5 and 6. And then 9 was Bijan Robinson, 8 was Blake Corum, and I can't remember who 7 was. Florida, like they aren't like their quarterback, like they had their backup quarterback who was going to be their starter got arrested for child pornography. Okay. And then they had this recruit coming in who said the N-word, and he got all of his scholarships taken away.
Wow. And dude, they have the most, or it's like they have the top 3 most transfers this season. Florida
They got 17. Why is that? Are they getting a new coach?
Nah, they just got a new coach. They won't fire him.
Who's their new coach?
It's Bill Napier. They signed him last year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like coaching, like that's why they're transferring. It's because Dan Woolen's the one who recruited them. Who had the most?
It was either Texas A&M. Yeah, I think it was A&M.
I think it was A&M. They had like 20. And then I saw Colorado had like 17 or no, not 17, like 15. No, 11. I'm thinking Auburn. Auburn had 11. Bama had 12. Colorado only had 9 so far.
Ole Miss had like 15.
But I've seen that. Colorado's gonna have more though. Shout out to Tywitt. Wanted me to say shout out to senior season. Incredible run for the football team. The whole Steve Hartzell's proud of y'all. Now it's basketball season though. We gotta focus on basketball. We got a lot of games. Trying to win the state championship. Anything else to talk about, Andrew?
I think that's good.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, Trey Griffith, with your host, Andrew Ambrose. We had a wonderful time. I hope y'all listened to it all the way. Make sure y'all go follow our TikTok, like our post-game interviews, and our clean edits this man makes.
Thank you.
Also, go like our Instagram. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button. Post noties on so you get updated every single time we drop an epic banger podcast. This is the Playbook, and peace.